Following from the presentation of Mr. Rico, as we call him here, Tito Tony, my task to you is to share what our university has done in response to this big goal and big dream to end poverty in the Philippines by the year 2024. This journey started for us in 2003. Himself being a graduate of the Ateneo, he came back to his alma mater and simply challenged us with this big dream. And he said, where is the Ateneo in this dream and in this picture? Because as far as he's concerned, this dream began in the halls of this campus. And many years, many decades down the lane, at 45, he actually learned his lesson and tried it out in Bagong Silang in Caloocan. And so, in 2003, he brought our university president, Father Ben Nebres, to this place and showed him and a few other Ateneo presidents what they have been doing and challenged us if we can journey with them. And so in 2003, the Ateneo-GK University started its journey with Gawad Kenya. And for the next few minutes, I'd like to share with you some images and some stories of how this journey has been and what it has brought to the university so far. Our journey began in this place called Payatas, PSM. In the Philippines, the word Payatas is equivalent to a dump site. It is where all the garbage of Metro Manila is dumped. And many of the residents living in that area lived as scavengers. And so that was the place where our students were already doing their own immersions. And so it was quite natural for us to go back to that place and see whether we can journey with them. And this was the face of poverty which Tito Tony was talking about, that is not only economic, but it really robs you of a sense of dignity. Because every day, the people here will have to go through mud and a lot of people drinking on the streets. So no matter how much catechism we do for them, no matter how much talk of heaven we do for them, it's very difficult for them to understand because they have to go through hell every day. People drink on the streets, there's fighting every day. And so in 2003, we brought our students, rallied our entire university, and transformed this community to something like this. And this work was started by our high school parents, third-year parents, who each class had a simple task of raising money for one house. And not only did they raise money, but they actually built it themselves. And I think what was transforming for us as a university was not that we raised money or that we donated money. What was very transforming is that fathers and sons built these homes together. And they found that helping the poor is such a deep bonding experience for them that it gave that experience so much more meaning. And so, from building homes, we moved on to building preschools. Because the GK model is a holistic model. This is the preschool in our community, and these are the kids on a regular day of class. And this was them during their graduation. And so we journeyed with them from their slum community all the way to their schooling. But we realized that you cannot just work with houses or just with the kids. You have to work with the youth who are normally on the streets and making trouble. And so, consistent with the GK history, we started working with their young people. This is a picture of the youth from that community performing here in the theater in Ateneo. And in that picture, you have residents from that community, and you also have students from this university. And in this picture, you can tell who is who. And I think that is the journey we have taken with them. The ones who journey with them are the students who are part of our performing arts clusters. A lot of them award-winning worldwide. And so we challenge them. Why is it only that you are the only ones getting recognition all over the world? Why don't you bring your talent where it matters the most? And it is to these poor people. And so they have, on a third year now, the third season, performing in the theater of the Ateneo. But again, we cannot stop with the youth or the children. We have to work with the parents. And so with the parents, this is an image of a social enterprise that we have started by our alumni. Frank here will present later, will talk more about this, but we also engage their parents because we realize that even if you work with the young ones and then with the youth, if you don't work with the parents, the cycle of poverty will not be broken. And so we were challenged to work with them, and we engaged the School of Management students and our alumni who actually invested in this business. So instead of buying a new car or dating their girlfriends, they actually invested their money here. Very young alumni of our business school invested their money here. And not only did they invest their date money here, they even brought their girlfriends to invest as well. And so it has become a family business for them. And last year, Frank will tell you more about this, but they have now formalized this business and they are serving the t-shirt needs of our own university. This is another community that we work with. This is the image of poverty that we see every day in the Philippines and very familiar to most developing countries. But this community we work with and transform it into something like this in just a matter of 3 years. But I think what I want to share with you is that the ones who were involved here were much younger. These were our grade 7 kids, 13, 14-year-old kids who just refrained from buying another soda, who refrained from buying pizza today, and donated instead for a fund that will build homes. And at the end of the school year, just like the high school kids, they build it themselves with their parents and with their teachers. Here are more images that are becoming more and more familiar to us. The storms are changing their patterns and changing their intensities. The country, the Philippines, is host to a number of great storms every year, and this is the image that it leaves every time a big storm hits our country. That was actually a main road in a town in Nueva. There were actually houses there, such as school there. It was swept away. And this was a town where we went in 2005. And again, following the fall of GK-Ateneo, we went there and built. And we went there for one summer. There was a group of students who, instead of having their summer vacation, formed a group which they called Team Gabaldon and spent all their weekends of summer, instead of going to the beach, went here and actually asked their friends to go with them. So from a group of 3, at the end of the summer, they were a group of 300 building in this community. So that's positive peer pressure. Okay? So they used their peer pressure not to go to an vacation, but instead work here. And their work has built a number of houses, but along also with them, they have brought the maintenance crew of the school. These are the janitors of the Ateneo. A lot of them also don't have homes themselves, but they give up their time and their sacrifice, and they build there. And what have they done? They have built 200 homes. They have built another preschool, and the latest thing that we've added this year, we have collaborated with government to build an elementary school. So after bringing them to a safe place, an environmentally safe place, we are now continuing the lead of what GK-Ateneo has taught us, the social engineering. We are actually trying to build that place to be a very sustainable community for all of them. And these are the kids. And so this is the journey of GK-Ateneo and Ateneo. We have built a lot of these communities, but I think the key to the partnership between GK-Ateneo and Ateneo is the personal involvement of the whole community. The whole university community, from our grade school all the way to our professional school, are all involved. And they're not just involved institutionally, but even personally. So all of us actually go and build. That's the conference chair himself building in one of our communities. And this is our university president, Father Ben Everest, in Bicol. He had to travel 9 hours to just be with us. And I think this is the power of GK-Ateneo. It challenges every citizen as an individual to take up his place, to be an empowered citizen. It's not so much asking what other people can do, but really putting in your share and bringing other people along with you. And so in the past 7 years, this is what the partnership between Ateneo and GK-Ateneo has done. We've been friends and partners in mission building since 2003. We built 800 homes and still building in 7 GK communities. We are working directly with 25 of the 2,000 communities that Tito Tony has been sharing. And we have 3,000 volunteers coming annually